Forever, man. I mean that.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New England Patriots. That'll be taken in the end zone. Bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First carry to Christian McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Cam's going to run the option right, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground with White. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brady finding Hogan on third down, and the Patriots able to convert. Now a carry for White. They find some open field here. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 47 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Speaking of Christian McCaffrey, Charles, the staff last week was talking about him maybe getting 25 to 30 touches a game this year.
Which would be more than double his workload of last season, where I think he averaged around 12 touches per ball game. But it's a new offensive staff. They know how dynamic he is. Where they really want to make the increase is him running the football. Because last year he caught 80 passes, so that part will take care of itself. But his ability to run inside as well as get him to the perimeter, working so far in the preseason, had, what, a 72-yard touchdown run against Miami. That's looking good. And don't forget, he can also drop back and return the ball in either the kickoff returns or as a punt returner.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw on third down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England trots back out there for their next offensive series, and it gives us a time to talk about their backfield. Everyone knows Tom Brady's set in stone, but they've got some options at running back this year. Interesting to see how that's going to sort out.
And it's always been that way in New England, kind of a plethora of riches. In this case, it is crazy, isn't it? James White, the Super Bowl hero, Rex Burkhead, first-round pick Sony Michel. Then you got to put in Mike Gillislee, who's played well in this league. Jeremy Hill had big moments in Cincinnati. Brandon Bolden, who doesn't carry it very often but is great on special teams. And how about the undrafted free agent Ralph Webb getting on the radar in the first preseason game with a big performance?
Yeah, the Vanderbilt Commodore making his presence felt. Indeed, a lot of options in the backfield. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
White 20! Blue 20! Gold 50!
Now Brady throwing on second down. Got it to James White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And a dump off to White. White's got a first down and more. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many, because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
Hey, Alabama. Wait, 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
To throw on 2nd down. Brady goes underneath here to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the pass 3. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a first down throw for Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Newton now on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Look at it. Rock now.
Third and long. It's Newton.
Two on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And right side, caught Hogan. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now White. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Brady going to throw. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes our score 17-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because then you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity back to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. 180.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Great.
Check 43.
Great. You're going to set. Come on.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The drive starts with a run by White. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play there for New England. 48 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss play. This is White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
1 play at a time now.
On 2nd down, Michel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, it's White, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be...
And that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Dorsett on the return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
20.
They'll run with White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Denora Searcy in on the stop.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Here's White. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Panthers coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Tight end right, tight end right. Gun. Eight.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before the break. Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That's fielded in the end zone. What a spin. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's got room. He's got room to run past the 20. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. And down right around the 37. A big play there for New England. Give him 58 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
No, 66. Like 20. Like 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On 1st down, Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And now running right through it. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions, but for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover it. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think Houston comes back and reclaims their crown and moves ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee, who were both in the playoffs last year. The good health of Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless. Houston in a surprise pick.
All right, how about the West? The West is always intriguing. Who are you taking there?
One of the better divisions in football. John Gruden's back in Oakland. Kansas City has a new quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Denver has a new quarterback in Case Keenum, plus a terrific defense. I think the L.A. Chargers ride away with this division crown. Philip Rivers has to get it done. Somewhat approaching the twilight of his career. And I love their pass rush with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram.
And in the North, I'm guessing you're going Steelers.
I think I have to go the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone else has big question marks. The Steelers have Big Ben, and they're really upset about the way 2017 ended when they lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs.
Able to spin free. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Newton on first down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go!
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Brady. Flush to his right. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. There goes Jeremy Hill. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jeremy Hill, 51 yards. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have to be in a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's rock now.
Now it's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
To throw on second down is Newton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
What is that? 180. Gun.
He's checking. Crash. 36.
Great.
Mike 52.
Gun.
I'm coming up.
What is that?
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
No, 66. Let's go.
4 down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 3rd down, that's White. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Newton now to throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing on third down, Newton. And incomplete here on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Hey, four down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Line 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, hut.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.